Je ne suis pas politicien. Je n'ai pas de langue de bois.
I am not a politician and I don't beat around the
Je
bush.
préfère vous dire la vérité.
I am a soldier and I prefer to tell you the truth.
Chacun est libre de prendre ou de laisser.
Everyone is free to take it or leave it.
Je ne suis pas politicien. Je n'ai pas de langue de bois.
I am not a politician and I don't beat around the
Je
bush.
préfère vous dire la vérité.
I am a soldier and I prefer to tell you the truth.
Chacun est libre de prendre ou de laisser.
Everyone is free to take it or leave it.
Ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing, man? It's your boy Mr. J. Thank you for tuning in and welcome back once again to another episode of Mr. J's Reactions, man. Yo, proudly Motherlandian, you know? On this channel, man, I've been talking a whole lot about the situation in Motherland, and there was a period where I was talking heavily about the political situation that was unfolding in Burkina Faso, the Republic of Niger, and the Republic of Mali, where three military leaders decided to break away from the norms and kick out the kleptomaniac, the greatest parasite that Africa has known, especially French-speaking Africa, and that is colonial master France. And today I want us to get back to that footing, you feel me? And when the president starts, or when the leader starts by telling you that he is not a politician, but he's going to give it to you straight. If you want it, you take it. If you don't want it, you take it. You best believe that he's about to go candid on it. Thank you for coming through, man. I hope that you did join the family. And if you've not done it, or if this is your first time seeing this face, they call me Mr. J. I'm a Motherlandian. I live out in the diaspora. I do drop vlogs affecting my continent. You feel me? So before we do get started, I would like you to be part of the family. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now let's not talk too much, man. I want us to focus today. The vlog for today is about the young leader in the Republic of Burkina Faso, a country out there in Africa. This man took over power a couple of months ago. Man, it could be like 2 years and plus. And he was re-elected to continue another mandate because this man has been fighting for his country, and he is the clear-cut definition of what a true Pan-Africanist is. So recently, man, he got at people of his political elite and he was giving them a speech. I don't want to talk too much. I want us to get into it and I'll give you my take from the beginning. You feel me? Let's go.
Je ne suis pas politicien. Je n'ai pas de langue de bois.
I am not a politician and I don't beat around the
Je
bush.
préfère vous dire la vérité.
I am a soldier and I prefer to tell you the truth.
Chacun est libre de prendre ou de laisser.
Everyone is free to take it or leave it.
Tout le monde roule dans sa
Everyone drives their car, everyone lives well. We eat in the morning, we eat in the afternoon and evening, and we do whatever we want to do. We are free to speak, to say what we want. This is democracy.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me just pause and let's digest everything he said. Now, first of all, I like the fact that he came out and let the people in the audience know, because you can see it's a whole lot of people in the civil society, political parties, man, students, and I like this man because he always has in audience, whenever he's giving speeches, a mixture of the representative of different factors in this country: university students, journalists, politicians, civil societies. He keeps it very clean and very direct. It's not like other African countries, other French-speaking African countries, where you only come in attendance when the president is talking or when the leader of that country is talking by invitation. And most of these invitations are usually people from the same political ruling parties. But no, he gets off just letting you guys know, this is not a politician talking to you. This is a military guy, and I'm going to give it to you bluntly. You sit out here, you drive your cars, you have that good life. There are people in different parts of this country who do not. And when you sit out here, you can speak, you feel like you've made it. That is democracy. But I'm not here for these type of things. I'm here to tell you how it is. Okay. All right, let's go, man.
To say what we want. This is democracy. This is the law. That's all. That's all we know in Ouagadougou. But go and see them. The children who are skin and bones. Go see those who are starving. Go see those women who can no longer breastfeed because they have nothing left in their breasts. Go see them. Let's not pretend.
You sit in the capital city, Ouagadougou, you have this good life, man. You live with security, you have good roads, you drive your cars, you eat 3 times a day, and you think that that is it. To you, that is democracy. But when you go to the peripheries, when you go to the villages, you have women who cannot even breastfeed their children because they have not eaten. You have people eating grass. They don't have the means to sustain their families. See, this is the situation in Africa, man. Most capital cities in Africa, it's always like this. I can speak for Cameroon because Cameroon is a French-speaking colony, just like Burkina Faso is. Well, Burkina Faso left that ish. If you go to some of the major cities in Cameroon, you will see people living large, driving expensive cars, even though the roads are horrible. But then when you move away from these cities, the major cities, man, you go deep into the suburbs of the villages. There are people who live with less than $1 a day. They live on, let me not say with, on less than. And some of these people have to take care of families, provide food, buy clothes for students. This man is speaking. This man is that voice of the voiceless for Burkina Faso and for Africans to pay attention. It's been a whole long, it's been decades that we've seen true leaders in Africa come out and speak like this. And this man can do it because he doesn't follow the Western ideology of what leadership should be. This is unorthodox.
If our journalists don't have the courage to go out in the field and bring back these images, it's because we want to whitewash Burkina's image. I'm telling you, it's false. It exists. When I tell you about people who eat grass, those who want to contest, I will take them to see it continues.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yes, there are people who always want to whitewash and just pretend like something is not happening in the country, but it's happening. There are people who will tell you today that they don't believe, especially some people from these countries. If you live in Ouagadougou, the capital of Burkina Faso, and you're having all this lifestyle, you have your kids that have 3 square meals, they will find it hard to believe that there are people in the villages living in grass. This is crazy, but this is reality. You feel me?
It hasn't even stopped, because we have managed to supply some villages, but others not yet. We are still on the way. No civilian can even support us with trucks, so we can show solidarity with these populations. What kind of integrity is this? What is integrity, Burkina Faso? What is it? This lack of support has deeply unsettled and revolted us. Until we truly address the core issues plaguing this country, we will remain in a state of unrest and discontent.
So true. Any society where you have the haves and the have-not and the gap is big, there's always going to be in between anger, and people will manifest. See, most leaders, most French-speaking leaders, they are so blindsided to just keep kissing France's ass and forgetting that their people are the real germ. These are the people that you need to be pleasing. But that is what imperialism and colonialism is all about. Neo-colonialists rule Africa today, which is why they could care less if they embezzle or not. And this young leader, this man is young. He could be like a son to some of these despots we have all across Africa in the name of leaders. Oh, senile people in the name of leaders. He is in touch because he doesn't come from the rich and the top elite class of Burkina Faso. No, he rose from nothing. So he is telling these people, what is solidarity? No civilian has come to us. Like, these are trucks. Help take food to these people. The reality is they are starving. You guys stay out here. Journalists don't even go over there to cover this information because sometimes they are being paid to just cover news in Ouagadougou and around, and they think that that is it. But when you go down into this village, like this man has gone to where they have this rebel group and terrorist attacks. He's been there. It's not the kind of president that will sit somewhere like, go do this, go do that. We know a whole lot of them in French-speaking Africa. You feel me? It's horrible. And this man he's not happy. That's why he started. I'm not a politician. I'm going to give it to you straight. You like it or you hate it. That's what it is.
For the moment, we've managed to secure some trucks in the army and have been using our own means to transport supplies. However, this hasn't really added much to the support for the starving populations. And even in doing this, there's been a distinct lack of empathy. The citizens were aware of the situation, but they've remained on the sidelines. This is to say that solidarity has disappeared in Burkina. Have pity for the people, have pity for the youth, have pity for the children.
It's terrible, man. It's terrible. The halves in African society are the most crazy and the most out of touch people, man. Like, you grow up in a rich, wealthy family in Africa, and you think that you can. And if you see the way some of these rich African kids talk to some of their fellow, the way they behave when they step out of their houses, is horrible. But this man is bleeding. And mind you, Burkina Faso is one of the top producers of gold and diamonds. When we talk about gold coming out of Africa, they are the top producers. But then in a certain part of Burkina Faso, you see people eating grass. People mothers who cannot even breastfeed because they are starving to death. We've done our part. We have some trucks. So this man went out to fight terrorism. And when he got to that place, he realized that these people don't even have food to eat. So he started using the military, the army trucks, to transport food to these poor people. And this man is bleeding. What is happening? The elite class of Burkina Faso, civil society, politicians. What is happening? People in the media. What is happening? It's crazy.
What have these villagers done so that when the sun sets, they find themselves in caves and under trees? They leave village after village, and in the morning they come back to see if everything is okay before returning. They sleep in the bush. They cannot sleep in their homes. We don't tell you these truths. This is the reality of Burkina. We only see our cities. We are responsible for what happens to us.
We don't tell you the truth, but this is happening. You have people that are fleeing from terrorists, these Western-backed rebel groups. Yes, we know that they are Western-backed, ECOWAS and France-backed, to just create situation of fear so that they can use humanitarian to come in and distill natural resources. But this is what is happening. This is what is happening. People who sleep in the bushes, they go sleep in the bush and they come out to see if everything is okay. It's heartbreaking. And for the West and their allies to look at leaders like this and call them what? Bad leadership? This is crazy. These are the type of leaders that Africa needs. It's horrible.
And we will be fully responsible for what will follow, whether it is good or bad. It will depend on our behavior in the future. Everyone gives their best. And I think we can get there. I am optimistic. I have faith. And it will happen.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this man is just calling on the people of his people. Empathize. Feel for the other people out there in the villages. Feel for that young mother who cannot breastfeed. Feel for those people who come out of the bush just to see if everything is good to come back. Feel for those people that are internally displaced due to terrorism and rebel groups. It's crazy, man. Look, let me just say this. For any Western politician, for any Western president or leaders, any Western countries calling people like this, especially those military leaders in the Republic of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, if you keep calling these type of people bad leaders, then we need to be questioning your own intention for some of these African speaking countries, man. That's my time. Let me not talk too much. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know exactly what you think. And I'm going to upload this so that you guys can watch. And I'm going to leave it to play after what I've just said, after my reaction. So you can watch it all the way to get it if you didn't get the whole picture and the whole message of what he's saying. Africa, it's time for us to wake up. I mean, we need to stand behind leaders like this. And Africa needs leaders like these. If we had at least 30 of these types of leadership who do not do politics but really care for their people, Africa will change within 2 decades. Trust me. That's my time. And remember, we proudly motherland over here. Peace.